I'm Marta.
And I'm Lewis.
And welcome to Last Day of School News.
Here's what we have for you today. Recently, in the June 3rd election, Measure H was voted down. This safety and repair measure was an attempt to authorize the sale of up to $13 billion in bonds to provide Piedmont schools and residents with a safe and accessible school theater facility, and to add and renovate classrooms, improve fire and life safety, energy efficiency and ventilation, and repair aging structural, mechanical, electrical, and utility systems. In the same election, however, Measure E was passed. This means that neighborhood schools in the Fremont Unified School District will have updated technology in the classrooms, upgraded electrical wiring to current safety codes, and any plumbing or roofing problems will be fixed. The money for this will come from issuing $650 million of bonds, and hopefully it will make a big difference in the safety of Fremont schools.
Initially, I was all for this proposal. When it came down to the logistics of it and what the actual proposal offered, I had to vote against it because what they are proposing is to use the initial space of the building, not make it bigger, not make it grander, but just use the existing space of it and work within that space to make it ADA accessible, which means that it loses 150 seats. Already, we're having a difficult time with our students being able to invite their parents and grandparents to their musical, theatrical performances. So with the loss of 150 seats, that's going to make it even more difficult. What I'm looking forward to is a future proposal where the upgrades that are desperately needed will be part of that proposal. But again, the acoustics in the theater are not good now. Part of their proposal are not upgrading the acoustics. It's just basically upgrading the electrical system and the space. And so I am looking forward to moving forward and having proposals in the future that better address the needs of the students and the parents and the community. The theater offers a great space for the students and for not just the students of Piedmont High School, but also for the community, for theatrical performances and drama and music and all the rest. But it needs to be, these other areas need to be addressed, and it needs to be an expansion on the proposals that they have put on the table.
May 30th, 2012, the California State Assembly passed the Middle Class Scholarship Act to provide $1 billion in scholarships to UCs, CSUs, and California community colleges. It aims to provide financial aid to families that make between $70,000 and $150,000 per year. The scholarships are being made available to the incoming 2014 and 2015 classes for the first time. $1 billion doesn't come from nowhere, however. Money for the middle class scholarship comes from closing a corporate tax loophole. This will require corporations to calculate their taxes based on their proportion to sales in California. Ideally, this would dramatically lower tuition costs for middle-class families by providing more money for scholarships. UC costs would drop from roughly $12,000 to $4,000. CSU costs would drop from roughly $6,000 to $2,000, and community colleges would also benefit by receiving a yearly $150 million. There are 40 million Americans who currently have student debt, which is 4 times greater than the population of Sweden. Hopefully, the new middle-class scholarships will help Californians lower that debt. And now it's time for our shout-out. Which kind of shark has attacked the most humans? Is it A, bull shark, B, tiger shark, C, great white shark, or D, hammerhead shark?
The answer is C, the great white shark.
In Australia 11 years ago, a 9-foot-long great white shark was devoured by a mysterious sea monster. According to researchers, the healthy shark had been tagged in order to track its movements as part of a study. But the tracking device had washed up on a beach 4 months later, only 2.5 miles from where it had been attached. The device showed a massive rise in temperature, along with a sudden 1,900-meter plunge, which scientists say means that the shark was eaten by a much larger predator. But what could have eaten a 3-meter great white shark? A documentary from the Smithsonian Channel called Hunt for the Super Predator is due to be released this year on June 25th. It maps the tracking of what researchers are calling a colossal cannibal great white shark. They estimate it to be up to 16 feet long and weigh up to 2 tons.
Thanks for watching Last Day of School News. I'm Lewis.
And I'm Marta. Watch our next episode of Last Day of School News never, because we're graduating tomorrow.